This is Apple and Apps live at GDC, and we're checking out Gathering Sky.
Right, so the way the game works is wherever you touch on the tablet, the birds will pretty much flock to your fingers. So whether you have one bird or more birds, wherever you touch, they basically are controlled just by that interaction. And as you fly around the world, you'll see other birds that you can go up to, and when you bump into them, they'll join your flock.
And so is it a level-based setup?
So there are levels in the game. It is a linear game, but it's not the sort of thing where you're trying to beat a certain number of levels, or it's not puzzle-based or anything like that. It's more of a meditative kind of experience. So we were inspired by a lot of games like Journey and Flower and Proteus and that sort of thing. But it's really built to just kind of be an enjoyable thing to play and just experience, rather than something that you have to beat or conquer. And throughout the game, there's basically a huge score that we just developed with a guy named Jordan McDonald. So he composed this 45-minute long orchestral score that we actually just got recorded live at the San Francisco Conservatory of Music. And so we just finished that up a few months ago, and just got it all in the game, and it sounded really awesome.
So are there any particular challenges that you're going to face?
So in the game, one of the design goals was to actually build a game that's both engaging but also has as few challenges as possible. So we try not to add any explicit challenges to the game. The player can add their own challenges, so they can say, well, I want to collect a lot of birds, or I want to capture these little spritey creatures that kind of run around the game. But we don't explicitly enforce that, and we don't try to judge players for how successful they are. One of the goals was to really just make it open to as many people as possible, and if you're the type of player who doesn't really want to think about beating things or challenges, then we still want it to be a fun experience for you to enjoy.
Is there an incentive to follow the wind stream?
Not really. I mean, the incentive is fun, and that the fact that everything happens to be on the wind stream. So if you go off the wind streams, you might just be bored. That's really the only incentive.
And when do you plan to launch the game?
So we plan to launch the game in April. So the release, we'll come out with a release date rather soon, but sometime in April will be the final release. It'll be on Android, it'll be on iOS, of course, and will also be on Steam. So we have a desktop port as well. So in the game there are 5 different levels. So what you're playing right now is the first level. So this is kind of the introductory level. It's very open, and each level actually has sort of an emotion associated with it. So this level is all about curiosity. It's all about sort of exploration, and just kind of free-flowing, just kind of enjoying that. The next level is about exhilaration. So there's faster winds. There's actually a hawk that will come through and strike your flock, which is about the closest we get to any kind of challenge in the game. The next level after that is very meditative. It's very peaceful, and after that, it's actually very even more so. It's very zen. You get lost in a maze. The 5th level is basically about chaos and fear, and then the last one is about catharsis. So each one has a little emotional flavor to it.
So that's Gathering Sky. We hope you're excited for this upcoming game, and we'll talk to you next time.